and what can only be described as a criminal costume collection. Between June 2022 and August 2023, she allegedly toured test centers across the UK, switching wigs and doctoring IDs to avoid detection. Essentially, the James Bond of immigration fraud. And that's where we end Caribbean Week in Review. Join us again next week when we recap the stories making headlines across the region. I'm Renee Sion.
Shalom, I'm Arthur Bailey, apostle and overseer of Arthur Bailey Ministries and House of Israel International, inviting you to join us for Searching the Scriptures on this station every Sunday at 9 a.m. I look forward to searching the Scriptures with you and your family. That's 9 a.m. on Sunday. Check it out, and your life will never be the same in Yeshua's name.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales at CBS Bahamas and the CBS Pro Store. Not only do we guarantee the best prices on all your favorite building materials, but we're proud to offer the best delivery program in all of Nassau. Whether you buy one box of screws or a truckload of plywood, island-wide delivery is just $5. And for our Family Island customers, we're proud to offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. Visit us today at the CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road and check out our website to set up your next delivery.
A Lyford Key. I'm Tanya Smith Cartwright. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. A joint operation led a major drug bust on Grand Bahama. Plus, pay me what you owe me. That's a demand from a terminated employee to a prominent local business. And hear why a local advocate is calling for more accountability from employers.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Going forward, we hope to see, and you will see, plenty of this. This is something that is not only for yesterday's date, but it will be continued even at other ports and other areas within the Grand Bahama area.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, 40 pounds of marijuana taken off of the streets of Grand Bahama as a result of a joint operation. According to officials, the partnership between the Bahamas Customs K-9 Unit, the Royal Bahamas Police Force's Drug Enforcement Unit, and Rapid Response Unit, dubbed Take Back, resulted in the arrest of a 62-year-old man and a 29-year-old woman. Our Matthew Martinborough brings us more details in tonight's top story.
We observe a male acting in a suspicious manner that drew our attention. As a result, that male would have collected 2 boxes, placed it in the vehicle. That male was followed, stopped, and a check made of that male and his vehicle, where 2 cardboard boxes was discovered. Upon opening those boxes, we saw a large quantity of white steel vacuum tape shaped packages of suspected ADM marijuana.
Royal Bahamas Police Force Drug Enforcement Unit, via the operation dubbed Take Back, discovered and confiscated over 41 pounds of marijuana, as you can see right behind me. Detective Superintendent Remy Minnis, officer in charge of the unit, says this operation is one of more to come.
Going forward, we hope to see, and you will see, plenty of this. This is something that is not only for yesterday's date, but it will be continued even at other ports.
Superintendent Minutes adds the operation is all due to the vigilance of the officers at task.
I would like to commend the officers who, were talented. They did not stop. From 3 a.m. up to 6 p.m. we were at it, because this seizure here also led to a search warrant being conducted where another quantity of marijuana was located in a residence.
With the seize of over $41,000 in estimated street value of marijuana, Royal Bahamas Police Force officers are working tirelessly to ensure the safety of our land. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
Thanks, Matthew. In other news, the Office of the Prime Minister releasing a statement on a fraudulent social media post titled Government Compensation. Now, according to OPM, the Office of the Prime Minister is aware of a fraudulent Facebook page operating under the name Zina Lopez. A post from this page falsely claims that clicking on your age will grant you government compensation. The statement urges the public to disregard this scam and exercise caution when encountering similar deceptive messages. The statement concludes by asking social media users to report any suspicious activity to the relevant authorities. Switching gears now, as news of divisions within political organizations swirl online. The spouse of the Prime Minister was recently on island and addressed a group of Women Party supporters at a recent branch meeting. Now, the First Lady calling for a strong, united response to tackle the spread of false information that threatens to erode the trust within organizations.
Always remember, unity is the bedrock of strength and progress.
As the Progressive Liberal Party gears up for a fierce battle to retain their governance in the 2026 general election, spouse of the Prime Minister, First Lady Anne-Marie Davis, recently delivering a poignant message at a meeting of the party's women's branch on Grand Bahama. She warned that the rapid spread of misinformation is a growing threat that could destabilize political parties and erode years of hard work.
We don't want any misunderstanding. Then conflict starts and everything starts tumbling downhill. Also, respect for diverse perspectives and collaboration are crucial for maintaining unity. Okay? Differences in opinion and differences in approach are natural. All right? But they should be viewed as opportunities for growth rather than sources of division.
Noting that some of the news circulating on social media is false, Davis stressed the importance of a collective, prompt response to misinformation, urging the need for swift action to prevent it from spreading further. Her comments reflect the growing concern over the impact of fake news on political organizations.
You have to address misinformation. You can share what you know is the fact about a certain situation. You can share the fact, or you can research what they put out there and make sure you get you're well researched with your information that you're putting out to help counteract all the false stuff that's spinning around out there. All right? You can also foster here as the Women's Branch an environment where people can ask questions about their skepticism, and where they will be welcomed to seek the truth.
Well, in tonight's ZNS Investigates, a former employee says that she is at the end of her rope and is now turning to the media, desperate to advance her cause. Thousands of dollars are on the line, and in her pursuit for justice, she has also incurred substantial legal bills. Still, Carmen H. Williams tells our Cleopatra Murphy she just wants what is rightfully hers.
I'm been stressed out, you know, it's overwhelmed. It's like I begging y'all, and I shouldn't have to be begging y'all for something what is owed to me, you know. I sorry I even have to come on the news.
More than 2 years after the Industrial Tribunal granted her a nearly $19,000 judgment against her former employer, the Color Cafe, Carmen H. Williams is still fighting to get the first dime. Williams worked at the company from 2013 until she was abruptly terminated in 2021.
She get tired of me, you know, and I was there. You know, they treated me like a dog, talked to me any kind of hoe. When the workers come there, they belittle me and all that, and I still put up with it, you know, because I needed a job, you know, and I's a humble person, you know. Anybody can tell you I's a humble person. I work hard for my money. They never had a problem with me and stuff like that.
After 8 years on the job, Williams never received vacation pay or overtime, something the tribunal acknowledged when ruling in her favor, also referring her to the Supreme Court.
They say it's a large amount of money, and I have to put it inside the Supreme Court because they can't hold nobody because it's just an industrial tribunal. So I went to Supreme Court, and I got a lawyer, and that's how come you know.
Again, the Supreme Court ruled in Williams' favor, this time awarding nearly $26,000 after incurring 10% interest since the initial sum was never paid. That last ruling was in September 2023, and despite her lawyer even making efforts to have papers served on the Color Cafe's listed owner, Tammy Cartwright, there has still been no movement.
2 years, I haven't received a dime, not one penny. Even if they didn't have all the money, they could say, okay, let me pay something, but nothing.
After years of legal wrangling, a frustrated Williams says she just wants what she is owed. ZNS News tried to reach out to the business owner, but was unsuccessful. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Now, once again, our ZNS News team made numerous attempts to reach the owners of the business establishment, but our calls were not returned up to news time. Well, while the matter has been ruled in favor of Carmen H. Williams in the Supreme Court, not everyone can afford to have their cases heard in that setting. This highlights an issue that persists within the Industrial Tribunal regarding the enforcement of its decisions. The Industrial Tribunal provides an avenue for employees with limited financial resources to resolve workplace disputes such as wrongful termination. Through labor advocates, individuals can have their cases heard. However, the tribunal lacks the authority to enforce its rulings. According to National Tripartite Council Chairperson Sharon Martin, the Cabinet has tasked the Council with finding solutions to strengthen the Tribunal's ability to enforce its ruling. It is an issue that they have been working to address for several years.
If you go to the Industrial Tribunal and you are awarded, let's say, $1,000, there's no method at this time to ensure that you can receive that $1,000. Because the tribunal cannot enforce. In layman's terms, you can't go back to the tribunal and say, they didn't pay me, and the tribunal says, okay, go to jail or pay a fine or anything of the sort. Just pretty much in layman's terms, that cannot happen.
Despite the long-standing issue, Martin says progress is being made and the council remains committed to addressing it. In the meantime, she encourages employees to remain hopeful and continue to trust the process.
There's always justice that needs to be served, and I think sometimes just basically ensuring that that your matter is heard, that you have some kind of feedback on your matter. Sometimes it's even the mental aspect of it comes in play, that you won. You may think that you should have won, and now you finally know that you won. I would never ever say not to trust the system. That's not something that I would ever ascribe to, because a lot of times there are things behind the scenes that have been worked on.
Well, a local labor advocate is pushing for the passage of legislation that would advance the cause of employees when they find themselves being taken advantage of by employers. As it stands, she says the systems in place are insufficient. Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
A certified labor advocate says mechanisms must be put in place to hold employers accountable for wrongdoing. Her comments come as former Color Cafe employee Carmen H. Williams continues to fight to get a judgment awarded to her by the courts. Michelle Outen, however, says the challenge is that the Industrial Tribunal lacks the teeth to enforce its rulings, a matter she says has been discussed at the Tripartite Council level.
I am understanding that there is a bill that's been worked on. I don't know what the status of that is. It seems to me that the wheels are dragging on this process.
The area vice president for the Bahamas Educators, Counselors, and Allied Workers Union says while the tribunal is intended to help persons with limited resources access justice, they often have to go further, as is the case with Williams.
Someone who has been awarded something and the employer refuses to pay, how do they get their money? They now need to go to the Supreme Court. Now, with a Supreme Court action, this can take years because the Supreme Court backlog is crazy right now. A matter like this could take somewhere up to 2 to 3 years, 5 years in some cases.
And Outen finds it unacceptable that years after the ruling, Williams has not yet received any payment.
This person needs their money. This employee has worked hard and done what they should do according to the law and the law has stood behind them and said that you were right, your employer was wrong, the employer needs to pay. It is disgusting that an employer would take this position to withhold what's already been legally adjudicated, stated that this person is owed this money.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
And still to come.
Students and teachers at a local high school grappling with the sudden loss of one of their own. We'll have that story and sports highlights when we return.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Welcome to the new era of home improvement. Third Dimension is back and better than ever. Discover our latest products and services designed to transform your space. From innovative designs to cutting-edge technology, we've got it all. Your dream space is just a call away. Our team is here and ready to serve you, making your experience better than ever. Visit us today on Yellow Pine Street and see why Third Dimension is your go-to for all things home improvement.
Join No Holds Bar Cigar Lounge for Sunday brunch on February 2nd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. For $30, enjoy bottomless mimosas, wings, waffles, music by DJs Hot Skull, Kool-Aid, and guest DJ Rambo, fun, games, prizes, and a chance to win a trip to Fort Lauderdale.
Just watch me now.
The Progressive Young Liberals presents Keep Your Eyes Fixed on 2026. Live from the Grand Lucayan Ballroom at 7:30 p.m. Tune in Saturday at 5 p.m. for the rebroadcast of Night 1 and live coverage of Night 2 at 7:30 p.m. with keynote address by the Honorable Philip Brave Davis, Party Leader. Keep your eyes fixed on 2026.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Mammogram Access Program is gearing up to partake in World Cancer Day. Nikia Watson, founder of MAP, says World Cancer Day is an opportunity for various organizations to spread cancer awareness. On February 4, 2025, at the Pelican Bay Resort, the nonprofit organization will be hosting an event under the theme United by Unique.
World Cancer Day, we will be inducting 5 new breast health educators that will be responsible for going out into the community and teaching women about the early signs of breast cancer and also identifying women who may need assistance with accessing screening. We will also be launching our 2025 screening campaign, which aims to screen 500 women.
Sponsors for the event include Jarl Investments and the Sabrina Brown Show. These sponsors are excited to be part of a life-changing event.
We are so excited to donate to this cause, and also not just even Mammogram Access Program. We donate to different cancer organizations. Here at Jarl Investments, we are here to donate to the cause of saving lives.
The Sabrina Brown Show was born out of my personal experience and my journey with breast cancer. The World Cancer Day event aligns perfectly with the mission of the show.
And on to some sad news tonight. An educator known for her unwavering dedication to her students and passion for education, Melody Gilbert, a beloved teacher at Jack Hayward Junior High School, tragically passed away unexpectedly this week. Gilbert's sudden death has left the school community of Jack Hayward Junior High in shock and mourning. Sheila Roll has more details in this report.
It's a sorrowful day at Jack Hayward Junior High School as students and staff grieve the loss of their beloved colleague and teacher, who they described as a gleeful soul.
She was a happy soul. Whenever she greeted you, you could feel the warmth, the love in her greetings.
Gilbert, she was just a really happy person. Like, she was the type of person that you could always go to if you need something. She knew that you didn't have a ride, or simple as that. She would go, she'd pick you up, make sure you get back home safely, make sure you're well fed.
Melody Gilbert, a language arts teacher at Jack Hayward Junior High School, suddenly passed away on Tuesday, January 28, 2025. Her colleagues say that on the morning of her passing, she was excited about her meeting with the Ministry of Education officials to pitch her idea of a district school fair. Soon after her meeting, she felt unresponsive and later met her demise.
One morning, she said to me, "Miss Bethel, I have an important meeting." And she said, "So, you're not gonna say to me, what is it that you're doing? Or what meeting are you going to?" And I said, "No, I never really asked anyone their personal business." She says, "I know." But I said, "Go ahead, Miss Gilbert, and have as much fun to the meeting as I would."
Shining her usual light, Gilbert was seen by her students and fellow co-workers before the meeting. They say upon hearing the news of her death, they were shocked. One student compared the pain of losing her favorite teacher to losing her mother, as Gilbert was considered a maternal figure in her life.
It felt truly painful. It seemed unimaginable.
I just try not to think about it. It's just hurtful, it's painful. She had a very uplifting and encouraging spirit. Just shocked because this morning in homeroom, she's just perfectly fine.
Literally broke down. It felt like a piece of my heart literally just came off and it was empty all over again. And at that immediate moment, it reminded me of when my mother passed away 6 years ago. And it was just heartbreaking to feel that same pain again.
As Gilbert was only a part of the Jack Hayward Junior family for 2 years, she made a lasting impact on the lives of everyone she met and started various programs to ensure that the students were well-rounded.
Ms. Gilbert was involved in almost every aspect of the school. She helped with guidance in her with statistics. She loved statistics. She helped with her department as far as taking on the remedial program. She also did the spelling bee program. She helped us with as far as girls' guides.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sheila Roll.
And that's a look at stories making news. Your check on sports is up next, but first a check on your local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
See news in the making? Call us at 352-9713 or 359-5167, or you can email us at ZNS3news@gmail.com.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a 58-inch TV from Security Depot or a great game day pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo's Street Side Pizzeria.
2, enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Y'all, Shirley Tico TM from You See My Face, you know I'm in the place. And what I'm talking about is this weekend. I'm calling everybody from the east to west, north and south, and people from young and old alike. We meeting at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom this Friday and Saturday. It's all about the PLP conclave, the youth conclave, so calling all the youths especially, and the big rally. So this Friday, Tico T in the building, you'll be in the building, the Grand Lucayan Ballroom, Friday and Saturday. And remember, keep your eyes fixed on 2026. Y'all know what to do.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Just watch me now. The Progressive Young Liberals presents Keep Your Eyes Fixed on 2026. Live from the Grand Lucayan Ballroom at 7:30 p.m. Tune in Saturday at 5 p.m. for the rebroadcast of Night 1 and live coverage of Night 2 at 7:30 p.m. with keynote address by the Honorable Philip Brave Davis, Party Leader. Keep your eyes fixed on 2026.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. First in sports, Bahamas Softball Federation elections is expected to take place before the week is out, and there's been some concerns from softball enthusiasts. President of Friends for Life Softball Organization, Darrell Ware, is calling for unity in order to grow this game of softball throughout the country.
Feel all the stakeholders in softball need to come together, former presidents throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and persons in the Family Island, where a conclave is to be held. And at the conclusion of that conclave, a decision is made where the state of softball, a direction softball need to go in. So as you can see, I think during the last Bahama game and all Bahama game, softball was the stable spot where everybody go and congregate and see good fellowship and see some good keen competition. And what I've seen in the past 3 years is leave must be desired. And I will just urge them, you know what I mean? Sit down, calm, head prevail, hold this conclave.
Next in sports, the Bahamas Olympic Committee President Rommel Fish-Knowles and Secretary General Deron Donaldson were recently named to the Pan American Solidarity Commission and the Education and Olympic Academies Commission.
It's a very big deal to have two Bahamians on their commissions, making it a direct contribution to sports, not only locally, but internationally.
It's the roadmap to eventually getting the Bahamas one day maybe on the IOC board and even refereeing in other federations that make it to international boards, committees. Even I think we had Mamsa Roberts for swimming at the Olympics officiating. So it just speaks wonders for our little country, but yet we do well on the big stage.
Shifting gears now in sports scores from Night League Volleyball and men's play, the Squashers defeated GB Sharkers in 3 sets, 25-13, 27-25, and 15-5. Now in ladies play, Fantasy Everything got a W versus Lady Service, 25-22 and 25-13. And last in sports, LDK is hosting a series of events this weekend at the YMCA baseball field. On Saturday morning, the New York Mets coach Anton Richardson and Ethan Bain will conduct a training workshop for athletes at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. a free baseball clinic will take place at the field. At 12 p.m. will be the official opening of Legacy Baseball League. And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Welcome to the new era of home improvement. Third Dimension is back and better than ever. Discover our latest products and services designed to transform your space. From innovative designs to cutting-edge technology, we've got it all. Your dream space is just a call away. Our team is here and ready to serve you, making your experience better than ever. Visit us today on Yellow Pine Street and see why Third Dimension is your go-to for all things home improvement.
Just watch me now. The Progressive Young Liberals presents Keep Your Eyes Fixed on 2026. Live from the Grand Lucayan Ballroom at 7:30 p.m. Tune in Saturday at 5 p.m. for the rebroadcast of Night 1 and live coverage of Night 2 at 7:30 p.m. with keynote address by the Honorable Philip Brave Davis, Party Leader. Keep your eyes fixed on 2026. Tune into the Bahamas tonight, February 3rd through the 7th for live news coverage of the general elections in the Turks and Caicos Islands with Ramiko Knowles. See who will govern the beautiful by nature islands for the next 5 years.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight. They're coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, what's standing in the way of the government proceeding with controversial legislation criminalizing marital rape? Hear what the Attorney General has to say on the issue. Also, another blight to the Royal Bahamas Police Force as allegations of extortion land 4 of its officers before a court. And a local grocery chain runs into legal troubles. Find out what's behind court action against Sawyer's Fresh Market. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A thorny legislative move at an impasse. Tonight, our Lloyd Allen joins me in studio with the challenges preventing the criminalization of marital rape from advancing. Lloyd?
Well, good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. It's no secret that the subject of marital rape is a contentious one. Many women's groups have made their stance clear, and it's one the Davis administration is paying attention to. Well, University of the Bahamas Legal Week patrons questioned Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder, on the issue Thursday.
I think every administration in the history of the Bahamas who has put this on the table and had it in front of it has worried about the same issue.
Attorney General Pinder's admission comes as he addressed the introduction of a marital rape bill. He noted that as it stands, there is no spousal rape on the books. However, the government in 2022 drafted a bill to criminalize rape within a marriage. The AG contends the draft at the time also addressed the issue of consent. When asked if the matter would have any real traction during the Davis administration, Pinder said this.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I think you would have heard the panel discuss about the political impacts on that.
The Attorney General also suggesting the draft wouldn't get any further traction due to political-related issues.
I'm talking about all administrations. There's a reason that no administration has passed it, and every single administration has drafted a bill. Every single one. Every single one. I have them all. I could give every single one of them to you.
During the session, anti-rape advocate and lawyer Marion Bethel Sears noting the draft as it stands requires adjustments if the bill is to address the meat of the matter. From the draft, Bethel recommends the removal of 5 words.
Who is not his spouse? You have rape that covers everybody, every woman, and every adult man. And it can be an effective offense with just that.
If the amendment was made to Section 3 of the marital rape draft, Bethel Sayers feels the draft would be more effective.
What we would have is rape, whether irrespective of your relationship between the perpetrator and the victim. We really need to think very carefully about the violence that we allow under law to be perpetrated within a marriage.
Now, currently, a person can be prosecuted for sexual assault of his or her spouse if the couple is legally separated or divorced. Makushla?
Well, thanks, Lloyd. Crossing over to crime, police have launched an investigation into a shooting incident that occurred Thursday evening in Pastel Gardens that has left 1 dead and another injured. According to initial reports, after 6:30 p.m., the victims arrived at a residence on Peach Street when the occupants of a silver Japanese model vehicle opened fire in their direction before fleeing the scene. The victims, a 27-year-old male and a 26-year-old female, were taken to hospital by ambulance. The man involved later succumbed to his injuries. Well, 4 police officers formally charged yesterday with attempting to extort money from a suspect. Corporal Chavez Sawyer, Constable Benson Miller, Sergeant Nelson Miller, and Sergeant D'Angelo Rowe were charged before Magistrate Cara DeVoe. They all pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors contend that on November 3rd, 2023, the 4 unlawfully demanded money from Akil Holmes, a former employee of Armored Car Company ICS Security, who was charged with theft. This all stemming back to an incident that occurred on November 2nd that same year, when it was alleged that Holmes and Oral Roberts took a bag containing $1,475 million, the property of the Bank of the Bahamas, from a car that had been left unattended at a private airport. Roberts was murdered in Fox Hill on July 31st. Michael Fox Jr. and Dino Smith, who were also questioned about this incident, were also murdered last year. Bail was set for each of the 4 accused men at $8,000. Well, Sawyer's Fresh Markets Limited and its owner, Sandy Sawyer, facing court action from an American company that's accusing them of owing more than $107,000. The case was filed in the Supreme Court by attorneys Sharon Wilson & Co., their clients Boston Agrex LLC of Norwell, Massachusetts, as a claim set out in a fixed date claim form filed on December 4th, 2024, seeking judgment in the amount of $107,000 plus interest. Unable to reach Mr. Sandy Sawyer to date, the litigants published their claim in a local newspaper as the law allows them to. It says in part that if Sawyer's wishes to defend this action, the company must do so within 14 days from the publication of the ad, which ran on Thursday, November 30th. Now, they must reply in person or send an attorney filing an acknowledgement of service and thereafter a defense at the Supreme Court Registry. Otherwise, judgment may be entered against Sawyer's Fresh Markets. Well, it's not uncommon for executives of the Water and Sewage Corporation to suggest potential vendors complete services for the corporation, the Supreme Court heard today. General Manager of WSC, Robert Deal, was back on the stand in a trial centered on allegations that Long Island Member of Parliament, Adrian Gibson, failed to declare personal interest in contracts awarded by the corporation. Now, Gibson stands accused with Elwood Donaldson Jr., another WSC executive, Joan Knowles, Peaches Farquharson, and Jerome Missick. Deal was questioned by defense attorney Damian Gomez on whether he signed a document allowing one of the companies to be paid that is allegedly connected to Mr. Gibson. He told the court he was not a part of approving the contract. He would have approved a payment voucher for that company to be paid by wire transfer for a January 2021 project that was already underway. Supreme Court Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson is presiding over the case, which is expected to be heard for a full day with morning and afternoon sessions on Monday. Well, over in the United States, parents have jailed ex-cryptocurrency giant Sam Bankman-Fried are counting on President Donald Trump to grant a huge favor. Online reports cite that Joseph Bankman and Barbara Fried are hoping to secure a pardon for their 32-year-old son. According to Bloomberg, in recent weeks, the two have had meetings with lawyers and, quote, other figures considered to be in Trump's orbit about clemency. One-time crypto billionaire SBF was sentenced to 25 years in prison for stealing a total of $8 billion from customers of the now bankrupt FTX cryptocurrency exchange he founded and based here in the Bahamas. His ex-girlfriend, Carolyn Ellison, was subsequently sentenced to 2 years for her role in what's been branded one of the biggest financial frauds in U.S. history. Coming up, a sneak peek at the 2025 tourism outlook. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
This one? No. Hey, look, KFC has an incredible promo.
I already had that for lunch.
Crunch your hunger cravings and satisfy the whole family with KFC bucket meals starting at just $20. Get freshly prepared golden fried chicken, buttery biscuits, and add your favorite large size. Bucket meals starting at just $20. KFC, finger licking good.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
Chicken lovers, listen up. Popeyes is serving it up for you. Get 5 pieces of juicy, hand-battered, bone-in chicken for just $10. That's right, 5 pieces of Louisiana-style flavor, fried to golden, crispy perfection for only $10. But don't wait. This deal won't last forever. Head to your nearest Popeyes today and grab your 5-piece for just $10. Popeyes, where the chicken's always worth the hype. Available for a limited time only.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies. Safety first.
You're looking at a shot there of the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Welcome back. Tourism officials are determined to build on their successes this year. Speaking on the sidelines of the Junior Junkanoo Parade last evening, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism and Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper, shared his outlook for 2025.
We're going to be making some announcements on Monday. I don't want to preempt those announcements. 2025, we have some headwinds. There is some softening in the market. The booking windows have become shorter. As we look out, we see the need to be even more focused than we have been in 2024 and 2023. But hey, we had a record in 2023. We had a record in 2024, and 2025, we're going to push towards continuously improving our game. We're not going to rest on our laurels. The Bahamian people are depending on us for jobs and business opportunities. Ministry of Finance is counting on us for more tax revenues. Department of Labor counting on us for that lower unemployment rate. I'm delighted that we're contributing to all of it.
We're going to turn our attention now to education, where officials are confirming an outbreak of flu-like symptoms at the Arthur's Town All-Age School on Cat Island. According to Director of Education Dominic McCartney-Russell, the ministry's district superintendent was alerted to the issue on January 21st.
Principal was called to the clinic and was advised that several of the teachers and several students presented with flu-like symptoms, and as a result, they were required to remain at home. It was also said that some of the students would have, been transported via the school bus, and that perhaps could have infected some other persons, some other students as well as the team members.
The illness reportedly affected 24 students. Parents were advised. 10 days later, some of the students were still absent from classes. However, the Ministry of Education took this precaution.
We also brought in the Department of Environmental Health. They came in and they did some very deep cleaning for the school, just to make sure that, the campus would be suitable for the children as well as our team members. And then, of course, those children who were convalescing at home and, who were okay could access our virtual platform. We also have a repository online, so they have access to curated lesson plans and activities.
Well, a special evening for the family of Alray Ramsey, the 29-year-old Foreign Service officer who was killed along with another Bahamian man as they visited Turin, Italy back in 2019. The government on Thursday hosted a dedication ceremony at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs West Bay Street office to officially name the Bahamas Alray Ramsey Institute for Foreign Affairs, or BARIFA. Ramming praise for being a stellar example to his peers, is described as having served his country with honor, distinction, and grace. Members of Ramsey's family, Governor General, Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia Pratt, and senior government officials, including Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis and Foreign Affairs Minister the Honorable Fred Mitchell, attended the ceremony.
This institute is his legacy, and it must stand as a testament to the values he upheld: courage, intelligence, and an unshakable belief in our nation's sovereignty.
I think it's a good idea. His family is deeply appreciative of it, and I know the cohort that he came in with are deeply appreciative. I've described it as an act of love, really, and Corinthians says love never fails, and I think this is a good example of that.
Well, since entering the local education scene, King's College has become a game changer. The school, home to nearly 300 students, is once again upping the ante. Grover Byram shows us its latest transformation.
Not many schools can boast of having lodging facilities overlooking one of the island's most picturesque beaches. But then again, most schools aren't King's College. Buildings are going up along Love Beach in western New Providence, where the school is creating state-of-the-art living, recreational, and educational facilities to accommodate students from New Providence, the Family Islands, and practically anywhere else in the world.
It's going to expose and present the Bahamas to the whole of our group. We're incredibly excited about that. Present educational opportunities for students across the world, and we're super excited about that.
School officials taking members of the media on a tour of the ongoing work today. School founding principal Matteo Rossetti says for construction, King's College is adhering to sustainable practices, which will also be incorporated into daily life at the facility. In addition to that, thought went into storm surges, hurricanes, and the facilities can accommodate persons with disabilities.
So actually that culture and ethos of recycling, reusing, upscaling is going to be always something that is going to be part of the way that we live at the school.
And when complete, the boarding facilities, which in the initial stages can house up to 50 students and an additional 4 to 5 staff members, will include a gym, a reading area, study rooms, and indoor and outdoor recreational spaces.
And then as the boarding house grows, our hope is that our senior students will also start taking on mentorship and leadership roles, and they'll be able to feed into the lives of those junior students.
We built the whole of the King's College School site, a 10-acre site, which opened in August 2023 in under 16 months. I mean, we had cleared the forest in February 22, built the first wall in April 24, and less than 16 months later, we were open on site. Nobody believed it was possible. We managed to do it.
And with a proven track record of not only beating but exceeding its deadlines, King's College expects to welcome its first group of boarders to this facility come the end of May. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corbell Pfeiffer.
Well, thanks, Corbell. Stay with us. There's more to come, and the National Report.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump. Hello?
You guys had anything to eat as yet? Y'all know Christmas just gone and things are rough.
All right, but y'all let me working all day, but what we gonna eat? If we was by the mall, we could go by Wendy's and get the Dave special for $5.
Yeah, but you do know that the Dave's deal is now actually nationwide, right?
Wait, let's go. Give us trade up. Let's go.
All right.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community, also help with the education of our kids in this community, and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Stripe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
From time immemorial, we have been hearing about Grand Bahama reaching its elusive potential. Well, we are finally heading in that direction.
Join us for the 26th Annual Grand Bahama Business Outreach, February 13th, under the theme, Prioritizing Inclusive, Sustainable Growth. Don't miss this networking opportunity. Register today at tclevents.com.
One semester down and 2 to go, but more than 200 students of Eva Hilton Primary are already proving they have just what it takes to finish up strong. Our Lloyd Allen has more.
To be a good leader, always focus on your dreams and what you want to do.
It's that mantra that 6th grader Leonard Delancey has used to propel himself as one of the many student leaders at Eva Hilton Primary. Recently hosting its 2025 Scholastic Achievement Awards night, Leonard walked away the top achiever. The 6th grader says it represents an important step in his future professional pursuits.
When I grew up, I wanted to be an accountant because they make plenty of money, and it's like my favorite subject is math, and accountants are all about accounting.
Leonard's parents among scores attending the event, which according to Vice Principal Shavania Ferguson is critical to student engagement and performance.
Our parents are indeed not just parents, but they are our partners in education.
Many of the parents shared similar sentiments, including our very own cameraman, Victor Adderley, there to celebrate his daughter.
This is my firstborn, so I just wanted to know that her father's always there for her. Anytime she needs anything, she calls Daddy, so it's really good.
My grandson is on the honor roll
and he has asked me to come and support him.
This is just a next thing. He has done well. He's worked hard. So it's important that we come out and show support to him.
We are not new to Eva Hilton. We are second time around parents. But the school, the teachers in particular, and the administration, they have been very instrumental.
Her father went here. So it's like a legacy.
I'm happy that she's continuing and achieving the great heights she's achieving.
Many of the youngsters we spoke with also sharing their excitement on being recognized.
I think they selected me because I always strive to do my best. These two people are the only people to support me. I always wanted this to happen.
And as parents walk away with smiles, celebrations, and students away with certificates, they're also hopeful that the lessons learned here at Eva Hilton will prepare the students for a successful future. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Awesome story, Lloyd. Although Dawn joins us live to give us a sneak peek of Access Now. What's coming up?
It's Entertainment Friday, and Ilsha's in the house, and we're all going to get our groove on in about a few minutes, so you want to stay tuned for that.
Well, stay with us. Our feature story is up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendars. On February 22nd, 2025, the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training proudly presents the Excellence in Education Awards Ceremony, a night to honor the heart and soul of education, our educators, administrative, and technical support teams. We'll honor creativity with the Innovation Award, perseverance with the Resilience Award, and long-term commitment with the Longest Serving with Excellence Award. Celebrate school pride with the School Spirit Award and proven strategies with the Best Practice Award, spanning from early childhood to alternative education. We'll highlight rising stars with the Gen X Award, heartfelt contributions with the Student Choice Award, top school performance with the Academic Excellence Award, and so much more.
Wait, what are you grabbing all these pizzas? What?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all day large, one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Wait, that included, but.
Do I need the $10 special, please?
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? The Marcos got that deal, but...
Four new champions crowned in the 2025 Junior Junkanoo Parade. C.H. Reeves, the only one among them to retain its crown in the junior high category. It was a sold-out 7-hour event that patrons and organizers call a success. Here's Vaughn Albury with the story.
The parade was exciting from start to finish, with children in colorful costumes swaying to the rhythmic music of goatskin drums, cowbells, whistles, and horns parading along Bay Street. It was a parade without gaps, much to the delight of the thousands of patrons who filled the bleachers from Charlotte Street to East Street. In the preschool division, Refresher for Kids took home first place with 920 points, 28 points ahead of defending champion one-on-one. Coconut Grove's preschool was third. In the primary school division, 8 schools wowed the crowd. Judith P. Thompson, the former Centerville Primary, won with 951 points, winning 4 categories: Best Banner, Best Group, Best Costume, and Best Music. Eva Hilton Primary and Carlton Francis Primary finished second and third. In the all-age division, St. John's College snatched the crown with 1,930 points, winning Best Group, Best Music, and Choreograph. Defending champions, Lyford Key International School won 2 categories, finishing second. Prince William High was third. C.H. Reeves, the only repeat champion, scored an impressive 942 points, winning 4 categories: Best Banner, Best Costume, Choreograph, and Music. T.A. Thompson was second with 859, and A.F. Adderley third with 790 points. In the senior high school division, the C.R. Walker Knights scored an impressive 1,950 points, winning the title over second place, C.R. Gibson, and Aaron Bailey was third. C.R. Walker won Best Costume, Best Group, and Best Choreograph. Junior Junkanoo next moves to Cat Island on February 15th and Abaco on February 21st and 22nd. For the Bahamas Tonight, I am Vaughn Albury.
Meantime, only hours left before residents can attend the biggest Bahamian music show the country's ever seen. Get ready for KB and Friends, the Boatman Show, all set for the farm on Marshall Road tomorrow night. The show's organizer is Les Turnquest of Keep the Music Alive music group, who partnered with the ZNS to make this dynamic all-Bahamian show come alive.
We are now accepting our culture, even from the radio announcers at ZNS, how they are pushing the music, how they loving the music. So it makes me feel good. Now we can actually have a Bahamian concert, what Bahamians want to support by giving a donation.
We've partnered before with Mr. Turnquest and his group and his teams, and every time we do it, it's a successful partnership. So if something is successful and it works, why would you not continue doing it? And it just proves every time that we work with them, we see the ultimate thing, and that is not just success, but we see people are satisfied that what they have invested in, they've gotten a great return on, they had a great time, and so we want to be a part of more of that.
And that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Since a young girl, I always loved watching the women come in and get their hair done and commune together with everybody. I grew a great appreciation for that. I always had a great, great love for making women feel beautiful and just the atmosphere of a beauty salon. Hi, my name is Asia Cartwright, and I'm a hairstylist at the Glow Bar in Old Port Bay. I enjoyed accounting. I did it professionally for a few years. After the pandemic, I decided to take a leap of faith, go off to school in Atlanta at Aveda Institute to learn the science behind hair, because I realized this is my passion. This is something that I really wanted to do, but I wanted to understand the real depth of, okay, why does hair do this? Why is it responding this way? What do I need to do to help someone get on their best hair journeys? It's not been easy. When it's fueled by passion, you always have an extra push and motivation to just try harder. It's being fueled from your heart space. I enjoy making women feel beautiful. I enjoy being a listening ear. It's more than hair, it's like therapy. We all leave leaving lighter. For women that are, facing some type of fear, that want to change their path and careers, I would say do it. I trusted God because I don't feel like he would have given me the vision and the dreams if it wasn't for me. It doesn't matter what no one says. It doesn't matter, how it looks from the outside. And I'm going to give it my all, and that's what I do.
To learn more about the Women Entrepreneurs Initiative, visit our website or contact us at 461-7232. And remember, empowered women empower women.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a TV from Security Depot or Game Day Pizza Party for 8, courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo's Street Side Pizzeria.
2, enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
survival story, a real police story. Corval Pyfrom has the details. Need a little direction in life? Let's hear from a positive life coach. Plus, just what is a Galentine's brunch and boot camp? Stay close to find out. And coming up in sports, tributes are pouring in for a fallen softball president.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. It's about 70 degrees outside, and it's Entertainment Friday. Let's get this event started and dive right into the news, shall we? Tonight, we have a survivor story that turns out to also be a history lesson. Corval Pyfrom reports.
January 9th, 1984. Perhaps not a date that stands out to many of us, but for retired police force Chief Superintendent Osborne Ferguson, it's a day that he will never forget. Ferguson, then a police sergeant, was one of 9 men working on a joint U.S.-Bahamas special operation to curtail drug smuggling when the Huey twin-engine helicopter they were on in pursuit of a suspected drug plane lost power in both engines, forcing the men to ditch the chopper between Nassau and the Berry Islands.
And you will hear the pilots giving location and that they had lost one engine. Then shortly after that, they lost the other engine, and then they issued a mayday. Mayday, mayday.
This is Ferguson sharing his harrowing story and remarkable survival at the start of a water and air survival seminar for local law enforcement facilitated by the U.S. Coast Guard.
And as the helicopter hit the water, I went down with it, and I came out away from the helicopter. The only person I saw when I came out was Constable 941 Evans, a member of the team. He said to me, "Sarge, are you all right?" I said, "Yes, I'm all right." And I never saw him again. And then later, in all that rough weather, I came across Sergeant Carter, Master Sergeant Carter, who had spinal injuries. And I held on to him, and he asked me not to let him go because he was unable to move in the water. So I kept him with me until we were rescued by a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter some hour and a half, 2 hours.
Along with Ferguson were Bahamian police officers Corporal David Emanuel, Constable Selson Evans, and Corporal Autry Jones, along with 4 U.S. Air Force personnel and 1 DEA agent. Jones and 4 of the Americans were never found.
So this is a very historic day for us, a very important day for us. If I may say, it's an emotional day.
Superintendent of Police and the second officer in charge of the RBPF's Drug Enforcement Unit, Elvis Miller, doesn't shy away from making it known that Ferguson's efforts in that moment were heroic. Ferguson, on the other hand, whose sense of humor is never far away, takes it all in strides.
God was good on that night, because at one time, Sergeant Carter, radio antenna, flip against my leg. I say, Lord, I'm gone. I say, shock.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
We're just a month into the new year, and there could possibly be thousands of Bahamians still unsure as to the direction they want to take to start achieving those yearly goals. Well, there's an online-based program called Elevate 242 designed to assist Bahamians who may have fallen in this category. President Miranda Innes says the program, launched in 2019, took a break for 2 years and has served about 100 people.
So Swerve is actually one of the coaching programs that we have as a part of Elevate. And it is actually designed for persons who are at a place in their life where they feel stuck and they don't know what to do next. Or they're dissatisfied with their life the way it is, or they just are frustrated with work. They may be considering a career change. They may be considering opening a business, but not quite sure what steps to take. And also for those persons in pre-retirement mode who are trying to figure out, after retirement, what? And so this program is designed to get people activated.
Stop making excuses, writing down those goals, engaging the help needed, resetting your mind, visualizing what you want, and executing the plan are the 6 steps of the program used to get participants on the right track to achieving these goals. Ines says she's proud to see the success of the program over the past few years.
I've even had people who started businesses together because they did the program and they realized that we want to do the same thing, but 2 is better than 1. And so they were able to get together and launch their businesses. Fortunately for me, because it's online, I get to work with people from all over the world. And so I've had working with people from Europe, I've worked with people from the Caribbean, the US, and the Bahamas. And I love it. I love every moment of just being able to pour into people.
Ladies, are you ready to work up a sweat while taking a sip of champagne after gaining some energy? Well, this coming Saturday, February 1st, tomorrow, close to 30 ladies participating in the Galentine's Brunch and Boot Camp will be able to do just that at the Balmoral Club in Western New Providence from 9 a.m. to about noon. Yoga instructor Whitney Fowler says the event is all about self-love.
For community, for our ladies, our gals at the Galentine's event. And, like I said, some self-love. We always look for other people to give us love, but we're going to pour into ourselves first and then have enough love to give away on the 14th.
DeKalb Bowflex Barbie Quant says while this is the first Galentine's event of its kind in the Bahamas, it's not the last, and she hopes to have more events like this one throughout the year.
So Whitney teaches throughout the year. She teaches yoga pop-ups. I teach fitness pop-ups, which is our wheelhouse. Whitney's a yoga instructor. I do more of strength and conditioning. And throughout the year, we host our individual classes. Whitney had one last week, actually. So throughout the year, we'll do more, and hopefully more together, too.
The changing of the guard took place Friday morning at Government House. The changing of the guard is a ceremonial act when a new group of military officers replaces the old guard at significant public ceremony. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force marching band paraded from Parliament Street to Government House at the Mount Fitzwilliam. There, onlookers, including tourists, got to see the transition of responsibility being handed over from the old guard to the new guard. On hand at the refurbished Government House, which cost $9 million, was Governor General, Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia Pratt, who inspected the guard in tradition that spans decades here in the Bahamas. And it's Entertainment Friday, so you know what that means. Song artist Ilsha McPhee is going to kick off the weekend for us, so keep it locked.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Fashion was something that I've always loved. I always, as a child, loved to see women just impeccably dressed. But my thing was drawing the looks and mixing colors, and fashion was in my blood. I put my personality into my passion. Well, the Fabric of Hope was inspired by my father. My father had cancer, and I would go with him to treatments and seeing everybody just look despondent and dreary. And I was like, wow, like God, like, I'm only a fashion designer. Like, what can I do to assist these people? I know God had me to create it to inspire persons with cancer or any illness that there's hope. Been in my heart for a couple of days to speak to the older women who may feel that I'm 40, what can I do? I'm 50, what can I do? And that's when the fire in us kicks in. So take that idea that God has given you and put it to use. This is where it all begins.
Empowered women empower women.
your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Welcome back. You're looking at a live shot of the John F. Kennedy Drive area. Destiny Reed is out there flying that drone. While she does that, let's take our usual trip, but this time to Exuma. Spelling bees are not just Nassau-centric, they all take place all over our archipelago of islands. Recently, the Ministry of Education's district spelling bee competition was held at the St. Andrews Anglican Community Center in Georgetown, Exuma. Teams for that spelling bee came from Exuma, of course, Long Island and Cat Island. 10-year-old St. Andrews Anglican student Nadine Roll emerged as the winner. Congratulations to you, Nadine. And like I said earlier, today is Entertainment Friday. We all look forward to this. Our artist today is Ilsha McPhee. Ilsha, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
So tell us a little bit about how did you get into the music industry?
Like most people, I got in through church. And then my high school, Aquinas College, was very culture focused. So my father, who is the music teacher at Aquinas College, he would make sure and indoctrinate us in our culture, cultural music. And from that, my passion for rake and scrape, Junkanoo, calypso was born.
And what actually made you want to be a singer?
I would say I always knew that I had a voice, and I was like, I would be at home, you know, singing my heart out. My neighbors probably are like, we know exactly who lives in that house. From when I was younger, it was all about singing, all about music. So that just put my passion in, and this is the fruit of that.
You seem so excited. So how has the industry, I guess, treated you so far?
It has its peaks and valleys, like most things do. But I can say that I've learned a lot from my peers. I think the younger generation of rake and scrape is so much more welcoming. We kind of root for one another. So like if we have if someone is putting out a single, we try to help them promote it, because at the end of the day, the goal is for our culture to be popular among our generation. So we want the millennials, the Gen Zs, the Xs to want to listen to our music. So the best thing we can do is help one another. So that's the best part about my experience.
Apart from singing, do you have
singing.
Do you have a 9 to 5? And if so, what do you do?
I do have a 9 to 5. I am an attorney. I work at the Securities Commission of the Bahamas. But at night, currently with one of my bands, Black Swan Band, we're at the Jazz Club, the Newly Jazz Club, every Friday and Saturday. And then apart from that, I'm with Shad Colley in the VIPs. So every regatta, mostly every regatta, you might see us, or any Best of the Best or Rake and Scrape Festival, we are there and tearing up the stage.
And speaking of tearing up the stage, what song are you going to be performing for us this evening?
Well, I am coming out with my new song called Red Flag. Yes, it's very, you know, I think my friends have had experiences with, you know, relationships, sometimes Bahamian men that have not turned out positive. So I wanted it to be an anthem for the female, the Bahamian female, and with Valentine's Day coming up, some people might not have their, you know, their love, so they could rock out to this song, and hopefully it cheers them up.
And we can't wait for that performance, right?
Yes.
So we'll see you a little bit later on in the show, right?
Yes, yes.
All right,
see you
thank
guys
you so
then.
much, and we'll see you later.
Yes.
See you later. Don't go anywhere. Sports is up next.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this
bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Stripe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Fuel the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Good evening. It's a Friday, the final day in the month of January, and it's time for sports. And we have a somber one for you tonight, as come tomorrow, the president of the New Providence Softball Association and the Bahamas Government Departmental Softball Association will be laid to rest.
Me and man became close because, he was the president of slow pitch first, and then me being the manager of the NSA of the fields. And then he became president slow pitch and fast pitch. So we had to work very closely together. It was rough going off, but afterward we leveled out. Everything was perfect. He's going to be missed. He's a gem around softball. And the shows can be hard to fulfill because the kind of work he just do. He used to do wake up about 3 people. So that can be hard to, come about. Not only that, I've been around softball, yes, and you had people around softball, but they didn't have the passion. Man was the person with all he had the love for the game, but the passion, he was a people person.
He had good leadership qualities. When he came on as the NPSA president of softball, I just thought it was such a grand idea because he has such, so much vigor and energy and always looking for structure and to lead the charge. And he's so dedicated, committed to service, and he's done so well for the NPSA, especially after COVID, and bringing back the fraternity for softball, the NPSA. And so I was a bit shocked. I kind of knew that he was ill, but it was shocking, and I'm still kind of numb. But man is all man. He is all man, and a man for all seasons. He not only participated in softball as an athlete, and now an administrator, but also in basketball.
And that's going to put a wrap on sports and access. Now we'll have much more coming up later on in the Bahamas tonight.
Bahamas, are you ready? 2025! Keep the vibe alive, music don't present. KB. Why you don't know me yet? KB and friends. The Boatman Show.
All you Rankin Scrape lovers out there, Saturday, February 1st, Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group invites you out to enjoy some Bahamian culture.
With Colette.
KB and Friends in concert, The Boatman Show.
Saturday, February 1st at the Farm, Marshall Road.
Can't wait to see you there.
The legendary KB and Friends. You're excited. Sweet Emily, Blanc, Gino D, Colin McDonald, Irish Store in the Spank Man, The Falcons, Ancient Man, Mama D, Shine, 242 and more.
KB and Friends in concert at the Farm, Saturday, February 1st.
Tickets on sale at the Beauty Shack. Low location, General 50, VIP 80. And for the Platinum fans, exclusive skyboxes are available. Gates open at 7 p.m. For more info, call ESC Distributors at 394-0819. Let's keep the vibe alive.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a TV from Security Depot or a pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo's Street Side Pizzeria.
2, enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Access weather forecast, and we anticipate a weak cold front to move into the northwest Bahamas. Late on Saturday, it will fall stationary, and that means we will remain in the warm sector. Hence, warmer and humid temperatures can be expected over the next several days. Now, your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwest and central islands, the winds are going to be southeast to south at 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights at 3 to 6 feet. High tide will occur at 9:19 tonight, so we have small craft caution in place for the northwest and central Bahamas. Now, in the southeastern islands, the winds are going to be easterly and even stronger at 15 to 25 knots. Rough seas, 5 to 8 feet, so an advisory is in place for boaters in the southeast Bahamas tonight. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, the winds will become south to southwest ahead of that frontal system, 10 to 15 knots, and that means warmer temperatures being directed our way. 2 to 4 foot seas, high tide at 9:39 in the morning with a low tide at 4:01 in the afternoon. And for the central islands, the more southeasterly flow at 10 to 15 knots. In the southeast, the winds will be southeast, stronger still. 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So that advisory will be bumped down to a caution for the southeast Bahamas on Saturday. And as we head into Sunday, the winds become east to southeast, 10 to 15 knots, so there will be some falling off there. Wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. The high tide on Sunday, 10:25 in the morning, with a low tide at 4:46 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands on Sunday, easterly winds 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining caution flags. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Come on, bring it. Oh, go. Woman pull up to Miami airport door with the biggest box I ever saw. She said, take this down to Bahamas there. You get a big, big tip once you get it there. Nah, you know.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. LaDon.
Thanks a lot, Basil. And as promised, here's Ilsha McPhee to set off our weekend.
He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. I had a feeling from the start. I knew you would break my heart, my heart, my heart. Break my heart. I ignored all the signs just to say that you were mine. Listen as the story goes. was just a younger man. You were a big man, you swept me on my feet till I find you with she. You thought it wouldn't matter, big difference in biscuit and crackers. You thought my heart would shatter, this minor chapter, you ain't a factor. You thought it wouldn't matter, big difference in biscuit and crackers. You thought my heart would shatter, this minor chapter, and you ain't a factor. It was a red light, a walking red light. It was a red light, a walking red light. It was a red light, a walking red light. It was a red light, a walking red light. First we all started as friends. Everything was smooth until I saw the message on your phone. You told me, but I'm not home. Don't worry, just go. Just a young girl there. You are a pretty man. You swept me on my feet till I find you with she. You thought it wouldn't matter, big difference in biscuit and cracker. You thought my heart would shatter, this minor chapter, you ain't a factor. You thought it wouldn't matter, big difference in biscuit and cracker. You thought my heart would shatter, this minor chapter, you ain't a. He was a red flag walking, never mind I'm talking. Every time the man go out, you bet he be exploring. Church skirt chasing, Lord, he very brazen. All the things he put you through, you could call it hazing, yeah. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. Oh, oh, oh. Else you're on the track right now. Yeah. Else you're on the track right now. Come on, let's go.
Awesome performance there by Ilska. How are you feeling?
I am feeling good.
Yes. I know this is not the first time that you performed.
No, I'm actually a veteran. I was a part of the youth zone at one point in time, so that was probably like 10 years ago. So I'm no stranger to the ZNS family.
And that's a wrap for Access Now tonight. Make sure to stay up for the last newscast in the Bahamas at 11 o'clock with Royston Eye Candy Jones. Have a fabulous weekend. Good night, everybody.
Tonic Williams Darden Highway, I'm Tajaro Hudson. This is ZNS.
It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport. Look forward to our special guests each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact on our community. You will also hear from local business owners and get a heads up on deals and special promotions. It's time